Good morning. It's 10:50 Central Standard Time, 10:50 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the United States of America. Today is the 14th of February. It's what we call Valentine's Day here in the United States. But I'm not coming on here to wish anybody a happy box of chocolates or a dozen long stem roses. Not today. Not on the Valentine's Day of February 14th, 2026. No, sir, and no, ma'am. I most certainly am not. I'm here to talk about real love. The kind that costs you something. The kind that demands truth. The kind that can cost you eternity if you mishandle it. And this message is to every single shepherd out there. Worldwide. Worldwide. I need you to hear me clearly today. If you are careless with the flock, if you water down the word, if you refuse to correct, confront, and protect the people God entrusted to you, then you are not walking in love at all. You're walking them towards judgment. Straight off of the cliff, right to hell. That's the truth of it. So today we're going to talk about the kind of love heaven requires, not the kind that this world packages up with ribbons. I don't know who out there could feel like celebrating it this year. As many of you have come to find out, this world is run by a bunch of elitists who worship Baal, Satan worshipers, that like to molest and unalive little children and sacrifice them. You've got reptilians. You've got Nephilim craft. Okay, they don't come from outer space. They've always been here below the ocean gates. Okay? Let one who's actually sent tell you the truth, because that's the truth. Horrifying, right? You feel like you're in the Twilight Zone. Every day you wake up, you feel like you're in the Matrix. Guess what? This is your current and present reality. And there's a lot of responsibility that comes with wearing the cloth and shepherding the flock. Yeshua HaMashiach, the Son of the living God, he spoke to me the last couple of days. He's given me several different messages, and I'm going to tie them all in to this video right here. He said this to me yesterday. He said, "Daughter, deliver this word to my remnant." He told me to wait till today. "To the leaders of my flocks, hear the word of the Lord. You stand before my people, but many of you have forgotten that you will stand before me. Judgment is not a concept to entertain. Judgment is a reality that has already begun, and yet you speak as though the world is not shaking beneath your feet. You comfort the people with empty promises, while the nations rage and the innocent cry out from the ground." You know what it means when he says cry out from the ground? That means that these children have been unalived, murdered, and their blood is crying from the ground. That's what he's referring to. You refuse to teach them about the hour you are living in, the shaking that is unfolding, the deception that surrounds them, the responsibility to protect the children and confront the shaking that is unfolding. The deception that surrounds them, the responsibility to protect the children. Let me say it. I'm going to repeat it twice, because you go out there and people are walking around complacent like this. The biggest sex scandal involving the rape and murder of children has not just been uncovered and exposed, and it's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? Because what's coming, because the kingdom of heaven, when they allow exposure, it's not just a little bit of exposure. And exposure precedes judgment, just like it did in the days of Noah, just like it did in the days of Sodom, just like it did in the days of Cyrus. Okay? Society, you are underreacting. Okay? You are underreacting, and the Lamb of God is watching you. You preach peace when there is no peace. You preach blessing while the earth trembles. You preach self-improvement while the wolf circles the lambs. The wolves circle the lambs. You have chosen applause over obedience. And I tell you the truth, the ones who fear losing their followers will lose their place in my kingdom, meaning your ticket to heaven, which is eternal. This is a temporary place. If you refuse to warn my people or warn the people, I will raise up voices outside your walls who will, like me. If you refuse to teach judgment, I will teach it without your consent, meaning he will judge you. If you refuse to prepare my flock for the days ahead, I will mark you as a hireling and remove your lampstand from its place. The separating has begun. The dividing line is visible. Those who speak truth will carry my fire. Those who refuse will be exposed in the light of my coming, meaning the rapture. Shepherds, return to my fear, or your flocks will be led by another. That's what's wrong with our society. He's not a cotton candy Jesus in this hour. He's not coming back as the lamb. He's coming back as the lion. I am calling my people out of slumber. And if you will not lead them into truth, I will send those who will. The judge has stood. Choose whom you will serve in this hour. Here's some instruction for you. Many of you, I've told you, raise your voices. You that consider yourself members of the remnant. This is what he said yesterday evening that ties into this. My remnant, hear me. The hour has come for you to rise without hesitation. The lines have been drawn in the spirit, and the dividing wall is no longer hidden. I am calling forth the warriors who know my voice in the midnight hour, the ones who feel the shaking in their spirit before the world sees it with their eyes. Stand up and speak. Do not wait for permission from systems I am dismantling. Do not wait for approval from men whose eyes are still closed. I am awakening the ones who carry my fire, and I am placing my word like a sword in their mouth. Lift your voices on these social media platforms like TikTok. Declare my truth. Confront the darkness. Protect the innocent. Mark your videos with remnant, meaning write it on the front of the video, not hashtag, write it boldly. Remnant. So the armies of heaven recognize you, and the forces of hell fear you. This is the moment where courage is counted in eternity. Rise, remnant. The judge has stood. The time for silence is over. Shepherds of this generation, hear the voice of the one who walks among the lampstands. Obedience in this hour is not optional. It is the dividing line between those I will entrust with my remnant and those I will strip of their influence. Many speak my name, but few carry my burden. Many preach comfort, but few stand in the fire of truth. I am watching for those whose allegiance is not to platforms, applause, or their own survival, but to my throne and to the souls I have assigned to them for them to guard. What is happening at Salvation Revolution Ministries is not a work born of human ambition. It is a command straight from my courts. I am raising a standard in a generation that mocks holiness. I am building a fortresses for the wounded, the discarded, the abused, and the chosen who must be trained for the final hour. That's Eternal Record Ranch and the Remnant Recovery Fund. Obedience here determines capacity. Your willingness to confront darkness determines the measure of authority I place on you. Tell my shepherds, daughter, the ones who refuse to act, refuse to warn, refuse to discipline, and refuse to purify their flocks, will answer for every soul lost under their silence. And I am marking the shepherds who will lead them. This is why I commanded the word remnant to be placed openly, boldly, and unashamedly. It is a public declaration that you belong to the company that will not bow. Yeshua HaMashiach, scribed by heaven's 12th general. That is me. I was sent back from death back in 2022 to carry this mantle.